Before I launch into this video, I need to warn you, there are some spoilers, but nothing you wouldn't or couldn't learn about the game early on. Secondly, I played this game on PS4 and on PS5, but when I played it on PS5 it was in its PS4 version. Now, let's get into it. Subnautica is an action-packed survival game that never fails to keep you on the edge of your seat. There's 4 different modes you can play in. The first option is survival, which includes all of your basic stats. The second is freedom, which is the same as survival, but without hunger or thirst. The third is hardcore, where you only have 1 life and get no O2 alerts. The final one is creative, where you can craft anything and everything you want and play through the game stress-free. And let's dive into it. The story begins when the starship called the Aurora crashes onto the strange and unfamiliar planet called Planet 4546b. The tension instantly starts rising as your character barely makes it into the escape pod before the Aurora crashes. Once your life pod lands, you are instantly thrown into a massive yet beautiful environment where you're not 100% sure of what to do, but just some simple material gathering and exploration can lead you in the right direction. In Subnautica, you get to choose what you want to do first, and I think that is where open world survival games like this one shine. Whether you want to start off by collecting food and drinkable water so you don't die, or by going to find materials to progress further into the game, once you have collected your food, you can cook it with the fabricator. The fabricator also allows you to make just about everything you need outside of large transportation devices and higher class items. But certain items require you to find blueprints to be able to craft them. After a while, all these tasks of gathering, crafting, and finding blueprints can become tedious, but the game keeps the sense of adventure, discovery, and accomplishment always in view with its vast collection of beautiful environments. And it's not just the new environments, but all of the strange and fantastic wildlife you can discover. Some are beautiful, some are ugly, and some are just simply terrifying. One of the most terrifying creatures is the Reaper. As you progress through the game, you find some scarier places than the safe and secure shallows the game starts you off in. In some of these places, Reapers are lurking about, waiting for their next victim. If you ever come across one, be aware that they are practically unkillable. And if for some reason you really want to kill one, there is no real benefit. You basically have to spam it with the stasis rifle and knife it for 10 minutes and hope it doesn't kill you first. Once you kill it, its dead body just floats there, but I guess you gain bragging rights. But most people who encounter one will just scream and swim for their life, kind of like how I did. And that is especially true if you encounter one at night. And even if you're not in a Reaper zone, nighttime in the world of Planet 4546b is still quite scary. As soon as night rolls around, the world becomes pitch black and you can't see much of anything. There are certain areas with a lot of bioluminescent fauna, but that's only certain areas, and a flashlight only helps out a little bit. When you're swimming through these deep dark waters, you find yourself wanting to drop everything you're doing and head back to home base as fast as you can. Speaking of home base, Subnautica is a great base designing aspect. The mechanics of building your base are very simple and easy to understand. It may take a little time to figure out exactly what your base needs to be suitable for your survival, but in no time at all, you will be decorating it with posters and furniture. Your base will probably be pretty simple at first, but as you progress through the game, you can unlock blueprints for better and more complicated base modules. You can even grow your own food and some bio-based crafting materials too. Some of the cons of this game are that progression can feel slow at certain times, and the game will occasionally have freeze frames and there's a lot of pop-in. But all in all, this game is fantastic. I very much enjoyed my playthrough of it. I even got the Platinum Trophy for it. So, in conclusion, Subnautica is still a great game in 2021 and definitely worth the playthrough.